How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We've got a round 2 match between Crossheart and Belphemon for this one. From what I understand, this one's a pretty difficult matchup for Crossheart. Belphemon and the rage mode being able to just blow things up makes things quite difficult. Nice little low pass there, and we are going to kind of break back out of it, use the trio tamer, try and get some extra value. One Belphemon rage mode to the trash. We're going to play the Zenjiro, which is going to play back out the Ballista. He's going to choose to decline to tap the Jeremy. The Zenjiro. So just that single one pass now, I guess, with the memory tamer back, and that was a Nidhogg scoops back up. No reason to go for those single cost chokes anymore. I'm gonna go Ballistamon. It is gonna live, and it looks like we're gonna be going for Trio Tamer. He does have the Ballista still on field, so instead we're gonna play Akari. Akari gonna be able to blow up the Proto whilst there's nothing to float. Okay, are we going into X4? No, going into X5 for 1 is gonna have the rush. Gonna swing at security for 2 checks. Dies on the first check. Material save 4. Material save 3 puts them back under. Starts off for 1. It doesn't matter though, because we're gonna go to 3 at the start of his turn, but first, end of turn, get to draw 1, trash 1. And then go to 3, start turn. Gaogamon in the back. I mean, I guess you could go Asta, but ooh. I don't know that I like the Eismon there, but I guess if you were planning on deleting anyway, bringing back the 2 rookies, and then the draw 1, trash 1, just setting up quite nicely. All effects resolved, and we are at 1 memory. Then we're going to pass it over a Psychmon to try and prevent the Digicross. Unfortunately, because he did go for that Shoutmon, the Star Sword has already gotten the value. We are going to double check at security, and then we only have 3 memory. There's nothing with Blitz and Rush. So I guess you could... Okay, that works. Game back 2. And you get the draw as well. I think I would have liked to see the Darulu instead, because then Darulu comes down and then shrinks off the Psychmon. But I guess the plan here is he's going to try and just set up enough memory that he can go for a suboptimal one. We are going to finally blow up the Psychmon, and we're going to go straight into the sleep mode, which is going to get rid of 2 swings. But actually, because the Ballistamon didn't die, sleep mode needs to swing over a body here. It needs to swing over a body here, I think. Because you clear... Well, to be fair, you could also put a block up. That's really expensive. I think I would have preferred to see swing over the Shoutmon to clear it. And then if you can find a way to cycle back, then I guess the Psychmon is useful. Start of turn. This one should be lethal on this one. Looking pretty good here in this first game. So we're going to swing 1, get that Pikmons. He has to stop the attack with the Belphemon. Oh, I guess the Astamon's going to let him play back some sort of blocker from trash, maybe? I didn't see a Veemon or Veemon, so this is going to be pretty rough. Yeah, so there comes the Psychmon back from trash. Yeah, swinging for the first game. Yeah, I would have liked to see them swing over the Star Sword, because then the Ballistamon has to swing, and then you can cycle the Psychmon. That is what it is. Game number 1 going to Shoutmon.
Matrix Matrix Digivolution.
Veemon Digivolve 2!
Alright, we are going to be starting off game number 2 with a nice quick Gaogamon into purple memory boost. Bottom deck, 2 of those Gift of Darknesses still stuck together, clearly. Sharpmon and then a trio tamer to start things off, nice and simple. I'm going to raise the Gaogamon to prevent the well, there's no real memory gain. All that does is shut off Ignite. Most of the memory gain is off the back of a tamer, after all. Alright, swing for that first check, is going to die, and we are going to get that save as expected. And then Kudo Taiki, Sparrowmon under the source, and then you have to pick up, let's add a Digimon to hand, so cross 5. So the add a Digimon, or I think it's actually cross heart trait to hand, so I could have picked up the Ikari if wanted, but bringing out those robots, very important. Still got 1 memory to play with this time. Derek gonna swing in, hits the Sparrowmon. So we're not gonna get a kill here. And it's using that Kapurimon as a 5th egg, which is super interesting. We're gonna blow it up, which allows him to go straight into the Rage mode, and then we're gonna get that draw 3, trash 2. Yeah, 5th timer, kind of unfortunate. Would have liked that extra draw for the cycle. And there's no sleep mode, so he can try and answer it. He was given a lot of memory. Luckily, there's nothing on board, but then again, it's Shoutmon, so as long as they put a Shoutmon underneath it, then you're usually Bing chilling, but instead we are just going to have the cross 7 just shoot it dead. And it has natural rush, I guess, so we're going to be going for 2 checks. Blows straight through them. And then another Taiki plays out pretty nicely. So this second game looks very, very good for Shoutmon. This is one of the matchups that Harry was not looking forward to. Just traditionally a very, very difficult matchup. But so far the Belphemon, like, we haven't really been able to see what Belphemon does best. I think game 1 definitely could have been stalled out a little bit longer, but he was still pretty far behind. The early aggro has been very, very nice. Gonna use the Eismon to play straight to field, go into an Aster, which is then going to block the Proto, go straight into the Belphemon. Belphemon off the draw, that is... Ooh, suddenly what looks like a very doable game became a whole lot more difficult. Now we have the Proto. And this is rough. Still his turn. He was given such little resource there. And he's going to play the Psychmon. I like that. It does mean that he has to kill the Psychmon. Oh, wait. Speaking of, I think... Are we going to see Ignite kill X7? I'm assuming since it's 2 checks, he's going to... Oh, that's really clever. He has to let the attack through if he wants. Never mind. Going to spark for 1. If he wanted to secure this properly, what he should have done is he should have let it through. Yeah. Because he stopped the attack, the Astamon is mandatory. So he has to play out a Digimon there. And with only 1 Psychmon in it on the field, it would have been better to let the first 2 checks go through. Assume Ignite is going to blow up the Psychmon and then stop the Ignite swing. So that way you can recycle the Psychmon. So instead, now we get to pop the level 3 by blowing up a level 6. It swings in, hits 1 check. And now Psychmon's off the field, so we do have the means of being able to go for any number of Taikis. We're going to see Shoutmon, Darulamon, and we're just going to go for an X3, cycle 2. Merva in hand, Ignite in trash, so you can Digicross from the trash now as well to just go turbo wide on the board. Although I guess it doesn't matter because it's going to blow up. Like, Belphemon is just gonna rage mode. It's gonna kill everything level 5 or lower. So I guess it doesn't super matter. He didn't choose to go for the Mem Tamer. Okay, yes, we are gonna go for Merva instead. Merva will at least survive without the Gift of Darkness. Since, oh, there's nothing in trash. You can actually only play one even though it's a Digicross. It's gonna blow up 2 of them, which then, no material save? Oh, I guess X3 doesn't material save, but I'm surprised that the... Unless I just stopped paying attention. Sparrowmon should have saved. We're gonna swing. Yep, Merva is a blocker. So it's gonna float into a new body. Okay, so now we're gonna swing the 2 checks, most likely. Now, did they blow up the scatter mode? That is the question. Did they blow up the scatter mode? We now have the Jewel Tamer, so that is a theory that lets you now digicross from trash. After recognizing that the ruling we were given was incorrect for the X7S, we've been working in a couple more like options to kind of find the bridge, the king mode, being able to pick up the X7S to then get rid of all of its trash sources, then do the second X7S. It costs a little bit more, but it makes it work. But also digicrossing from trash, because X7 specifically is a blue flare card, so it can be digicross. You can digicross from trash if you have the Jewel Tamer. Is the kind of idea. I'll be curious to see if it comes up in this game, or if we do go to a 3rd game, whether it comes up there. I'm gonna go into sleep mode, of course, for 1. We do have the blocker as well. So, nothing in raising. Start of main phase, if there's two Digimon, then they're gonna gain memory. So even though the board got cleared, they'll still be fine. Matt, gonna bring back, presumably a Nidhogg. No, bring back the Psychmon and then play it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so up to 2 thanks to the Jewel Tamer. Gain 1. No other memory tamers yet. Are we gonna play Akari, play Darulu? Darulu kills Psychmon, draw. He has a Shoutmon already, so surely we just load the gun in the back of Shoutmon. Shoutmon Evo in the back? Yeah. Now, the question is, using all of these tamers, can you do it without passing to... You need to find... Oh, it's really annoying as well. He needs something bigger than level 5. Alright, Shoutmon, yeah, we got 5 there, so we're going to be going into X5. X5 still will die to... Rage mode? Is Rage mode level 5 or lower? I'm pretty sure it's level 5 or lower. Alright, we are going to swing, and we're going to have to trash 2. Oh yeah, and it's going to sketch up. So we are going to go into game 3. Good rally back there off of the top deck. All right, game number 3. If you made it this far, you know most of my audience are not subscribed. So if you've enjoyed the content, seeing hopefully more variety of decks and also just some of the top level play in Manchester, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, double check that it's still there. YouTube is a finicky system sometimes. Also, the gang using the brand sleeves, part of a big drop of custom sleeves. We now all have X sleeves for the channel, for all our frequent top table denizens. All right, I'm gonna go into an X3. It sets up nicely. X5 and... Okay, I think the Zenjiro was always going to be the pick. It's just question is what was coming with him. Alright, swing, dies. Okay, so we're going to get... So Derek going for the draw 1 trash one first. I know some players like to go for the draw 3 trash 2 first, so they just see more of their hand and then they can be a little bit more confident on their trash, but doing it the other way also still works. It does make more sense to dig through as much of your hand as possible first. Astamon gonna blow up the Gizmon. Gonna go into the Belphemon. It's an expensive card, but honestly, it puts in so much work. It really does put in so much work. Belphemon set up quite nicely. Starmon's going to build up in the back. Now, assume, yeah, we're just going to set up another Taiki. Might as well. Take the Ikari and then Ballista underneath. The problem is the Ballista doesn't do anything here. Like, you're going to gain back the memory, I guess. Okay. Ooh, we're seeing Zeeg, so that's usually a good start. X7, gonna shoot the XT. And it's gonna pass over turn, and because it's level 6, it doesn't die to rage mode. That's really, really good target calling there. Astamon is obviously still in the back, so if cards do get trashed, then it can put in work, but the sleep mode disappeared, so you're still chilling. Check top 4 is gonna take the Proto? Are you gonna try and do Proto for 1? Gift of Darkness just kills it outright. Oh, and goes into the sleep mode from trash, right. Okay, yeah, it's expensive, but it works out. We didn't see Gift of Darkness at all in the first game, so I kind of just forgot that it was just like another band-aid if you're missing the sleep modes from hand. Haven't needed Kurata either. And of course we still have that mat, which effectively is just a recursion. It is just a recursion spell to try and pick up your Psych Mons. Alright, cards got trashed, so scatter mode comes out. 4 cards left in security versus 3. We do have 4 fully stocked Tamers. We are going to use the Star Mons. It may not have died in security, but it does not matter. Yeah, Shoutmon, cross 4, the one of. On play, draw 2 is going to swing. This time is going to check. Oh, and it... Because it dies on the check, that means you don't get to unsuspend the Taiki, so you are just going to have to Mysterial save. Luckily, there's a second Taiki, so it actually doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to go Star Darulu. I think we're going to be seeing an X7 again. Ooh, we see that new King Mode bridge. It's being lined up in hand at the front of the hand. You know, he's thinking about it. Is he going to go to the King with Rush just to try and get another body? Okay, Sparrow, Ballista, Shoutmon, Stars. We're going to be going into X5. This one does swing for 2 checks. Alright, so we are in time. This is turn 0. 1 security to 3. And now time gets very, very difficult here. H definitely in the driver's seat. At level 5 will still die. Okay, cross. We'll get the King mode. Just gonna bring back X7. It has rush thanks to Shoutmon, so you can just swing. You don't lose anything from doing so. It takes the last security, and then we are gonna bring out all of these. The King mode is gonna be used as a bridge to make for it, and now we will swing for that final check. Great stuff there from Crossheart and Harry to kind of play out what is a very, very difficult matchup. As I said before, if you did like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one for more.